Welcome to Online WHS. This is a short video on how to use the new checklist upgrade. Let's select checklist. I'll select edit next to this checklist. All the top fields, nothing has changed. They all work the same. So you can relate this checklist to anything throughout the system. The open and close fields haven't changed either. Open means that this will create a drop-down list of plan items when you select the view icon. Or if you select close, this item will only be seen in the view section. So therefore they can only actually complete the checklist without selecting anything from a drop-down list. And the same thing can be done for machines, chemicals, clients, employees, contractors, and emergency equipment and volunteers as well. So any single time you see these fields here, what that will do, it'll actually create your drop down list here. Or if it's closed, it'll actually just show the one chemical. So that hasn't changed. The big changes are in the look of building a checklist. So if I select edit item, previously you could make it a heading, question, or text box. Now you can make it a heading, question, text box, check boxes, radio button, and also a drop down list. You can actually have the text, which is normally what you had before of what the question is, but now you can also have subtext underneath that question. This is another big change. Previously, when a person selected no, it would actually open up the action, maintenance, and hazard drop-down box. Well, now you can actually select that you want an action box or a photo field or a hazard field or maintenance field just solely related to this question alone. So it doesn't matter if they select yes or no. They can select yes and still add an action because I've got an action box there. And I can go update, submit. So see how it's put an action box there? And then I'll just select save. If I select view, now I can add an action to this item, even though I didn't select no, or previously when you selected no you had to add an action, hazard or maintenance. Now this has the flexibilities that you can actually make it that they just enter that, they can enter an action no matter what. So if I come down this list here, so the yes no buttons haven't changed, but you can say, for an example, with the no button you can actually make it that this doesn't appear, as I mentioned. You've got your normal text field. You have the ability now to actually add tick boxes. So you can actually tick what's needed. You have the ability to have radio buttons, but this is only a one select, whereas this is you can select multiple items. And the other big factor is you can actually create a rating or a drop-down list. Doesn't just have to be numbers, it could be text, it could be anything that you want. So the beauty about this is they can actually do a rating, or you can even create a survey if you wanted to. But in this one here I've actually added a maintenance box as well. So you can actually add an action, a maintenance, and hazard box, and a graphic box, as in photo, upload a photo, to any single question now. So you have the ability and flexibility to create your own checklist in the way that you want them to be created. And submit. If I go back and select edit, if I come, say for an example, to the radio button. So if you select checkboxes, it'll open up the text But again, you can enter subtext underneath that question. And then you're looking at, so if I just select subtext there for example, but you're actually building your tick boxes. The drop down list works very similar, well, works exactly the same way. So you'll see that you can add another option here. If you actually select this icon here, this is where you can actually, if you wanted to, make it mandatory like before when they select no or yes, depending on what they select. So in this case there, if they select yes, I'm going to make it, they have to actually, it goes back to the old format where it automatically drops down the action, hazard and maintenance box. So you don't have to have this, so it, but totally up to you. So it, you can get rid of that by hitting the trash box. So the green plus sign, add stuff. This item here allows you to have the ability to dictate what's going to get done, and this ability to get rid of the box altogether. Submit. What this allows is that the flexibility of this checklist now is that you can create your own checklist relating to anything you wish. But with the tick boxes and the drop down feature, you could even create surveys or quality standards processes. Just makes it far more flexible and more powerful. I hope you enjoy it. We've got another upgrade coming into the checklist builder later this year that's going to take it even to the next level. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to go to the website, book a demonstration and book yourself in for a training session.